Good afternoon. This is Clark Neighbors with BIS Commodities in Cedar Rapids with the market wrap-up for the week ending April 15th. Everybody's favorite day. Get your taxes in. Interesting week. Be careful what you ask for. Markets were very active this week. Volatilities in the grains has seen a very good move, with volatility up quite a bit. Trading range in corn this week was the biggest trading range in corn since last summer. For the week, this in May corn, we're up about 16 cents since the 1st of March, around 20 cents. So most of the rally in corn has been in the past week, thus for that increase in volatility. December corn's real similar. We're up 13 cents on the week and about 14 cents since the 1st of March. Now, beans are a different animal. In the last week, or maybe the last 6 trading sessions, beans are up roughly 50 cents, while since the 1st of March, both the old and new crop beans are up around $1. Now, a lot of discussion, a lot of head scratching in the industry over the last few weeks, especially in regard to the rally, at least the initial rally of the beans, which seemed to be the tail wagging the dog. Trying to come up with good fundamental answers, reasons why the market has done what it has done. There's a few things you can throw out there with weaker dollar, stronger Brazilian real, wet conditions in part of Argentina with harvest, etc., and also Malaysian palm oil causing bean oil to rally. But all in all, we've seen a big increase in open interest, which open interest now is at a record. Last I saw was over 860,000 contracts, which is more than it was in the summer of 2012 during the drought. In the last 7-8 trading days, we've seen open interest in beans go up approximately 120,000 contracts. So the open interest in the last week and a half is up, 15% of the total value of the open interest. So a lot of money coming to the market. Funds are long. I haven't seen the update yet this afternoon, but most anticipate the funds are long, somewhere around 120,000 contracts. In comparison, corn, by the funds, are short something over 100,000 contracts, presumably. So we have them long the beans, short the corn, short the wheat. And in the last 3 days, we've seen a pretty substantial up move in the corn, short covering, presumably by the funds, which has created that. So very interesting dynamics going on, considering really fundamentals have not changed in the last 30 days of any circumstance. We went through the March 31st report with a very negative planting number on corn, and we've rallied 20 to 25 cents since that report. So interestingly enough, going forward, planting progress or planting is going to be the key focus now over the next few weeks. Midwest weather over the next couple weeks looks very conducive to planting, so we should see some very good progress. This upcoming Monday, the average planting progress on corn is about 8%. Basis today in corn, depending on where you're at, was quite a bit softer here, 3 to 5 cents lower in Iowa. Some other areas about unchanged. So basis is going to be interesting to watch also because of producer movement. We know, especially in the western corn belt, there's a lot of corn to move. That could have some impact on basis going forward, especially post-planting time, again, depending on the market environment. Weather, just kind of an update on some things going on weather right now. The safrinha, or second corn crop in Brazil, most analysts are dropping that production number a little bit because of some late dryness in the growing season there, not substantially, but some. As far as back to South America, Argentina, some of the areas there are a little wet for the latter part of bean harvest. That is having some impact on beans coming to the market, thus crushing of meal to ship meal overseas. Some feel that may bring some meal business here to the U.S. Here in the U.S., Midwest weather, as I mentioned earlier, is good. over the next 2 weeks. And in the hardwood winter beet area or the southern plains, expecting quite a bit of rain this weekend, upwards of 2 to 4 inches for some areas. So that could have some positive impact in that area, as that area has been a little bit dry. Going forward, the question will be, how much longer do the funds continue to buy? The dollar is going to be key. We've also seen a pretty good run in crude during the same time frame, so the CRB index, or the commodity index, has seen some strength. Also, the bean market, at least initially, seemed to be along for the ride. And weather going forward, this is April 15th. If it was June 15th, we'd have a little more of the growing season behind us. So from a producer standpoint, they need to take a good look at where these values are at, especially on soybeans, as we're probably above profitable levels to protect soybeans at current prices. And feel free to call us in the office if you want to talk to any of the brokers in regards to strategies you can use via options, via futures, to lock some of that in. And also maybe give us a visit to talk on some thoughts, or maybe a game plan going forward with your corn. Once again, it's Clark Neighbors with BIS Commodities in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Looks like a beautiful weekend, and we hope everyone enjoys their weekend, and we'll talk to you next week. Thank you.